All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue year 4 with our San Jose Sharks. We're up here at the trade deadline, and not the greatest year. Last year, we had 50 wins on the season. This year, we're only halfway there, and we're at the trade deadline, 25, 26, and 11. So, the playoffs aren't out of reach just yet. We have 61 points. We're trying to chase down the Dallas Stars. They got 66. I think they had like a game or two in hand. There's a few more teams that are trying to catch Dallas. So, we can still possibly make the playoffs, but I don't see us trying to, give up a bunch of prospects to just get veterans, try to make it this year. But I do want to make some trades because this team just isn't working out. There's a few assets on this team that I thought would be good, but they just haven't mixed together. And with our captain, Logan Couture, he's getting older, and I want to find somebody to play alongside of him for the future, for the rest of this, for the rest of the time that he spends here in San Jose. The guy's 27 years old. He can play till he's 34 at least. So you're talking about at least another 7 years. So a good 5 years for sure. All right, of him being in his prime, 5 years. And as of right now, other than Joe Pavelski, who's the solid second liner, we got really nobody who's playing with him. Jeff Skinner, I thought, would be a perfect combination. But, last year he got the 38 goals, which is good. But this year he has slowed down tremendously, right? So I'm thinking about trading away at Jeff Skinner. I was reading your comments. You guys were saying that he's not bad. He's got the potential, but his shooting category just never gets any better. And as a sniper, remember back with Quebec City, remember Laurent Dauphin, his shooting category was like 99s all throughout the board as a sniper. That's the kind of sniper you want. You want snipers who have like 90s, 92s, 93s for in some categories for shooting. Skinner's 87, 87, 88, 86, and I don't know if he's going to get better, and I don't want to wait 3 years to see if he gets better, right? Because it's still going to be another 2 years. So I had a winger in mind that we could trade for here to get somebody to play alongside of Logan. So Logan's 27 years old, right? Blake Wheeler, I got 30 years old. I thought he would help out. He's actually not had a bad season. 15 goals for 40 points in 62 games played. Because I feel like if our left winger was playing a point a game like he should be, right? Playing alongside of Logan, then that would help Wheeler become like a good 70-point man, 65-point man, 25-goal scorer. So I'm not really that angry with Wheeler. It's Skinner that I have a problem with, right? Second line is fine. Pavelski, Gallagher, and Silfverberg, they're getting it done on that second line. Our third line with Drayson Bowman, you guys were saying you can trade away Drayson Bowman. A sniper on your third line is just not working out for you. So I agree with that. So we'll make some changes there. Defensively, you guys were saying bring up Honka. So I think, we can make the trade. Maybe we just have too many top 4 defensemen. Maybe we do need real top 6 defensemen, So we'll bring up Honka for a top 6, and then maybe I'll make a trade for a top 6 as well. And then goaltender, I was reading some of your comments. There were some good ones for Jake Allen. There were some good ones for, Jones of the LA Kings. But I think our best bet, if we want to try and make the playoffs, would be a Ryan Miller, because his trade value is so low, it's not that much. And if we don't make the playoffs, which... we have an uphill battle to make the playoffs. If we don't make the playoffs, then it's not that big of a deal because we didn't give that much up, right? So I think, I think that's what we'll do. We'll try to make the playoffs, but not at the expense of our future, okay? Unless we're getting a player that, can play for the next 6 years without getting older, without dropping, and then like 5 years from now I can trade him, because then I can just trade him for prospects. So let's go in here, and we'll start off with the first line left wing position. I did some pre-scouting, and I'll show you guys the player that I was thinking. Oh, you know what? Hang on one second. Let me just check out one thing. I just want to check out the team standings, right? Yeah. Okay, so the Dallas Stars, they're in a playoff position, right? But I scouted one of their players. I want to take away their team captain, Jamie Benn. That's right, boys. I said it, Jamie Benn. I'll show you why in a second here. Dallas. All right, let me just check out his stats here for a second. So he's a playmaker, left winger. I know that Logan is a center playmaker, but I want to see what they can do together, because even though he's a playmaker, he's got the 5-star shooting category. Kind of similar to Jeff Skinner, but Jeff Skinner did have the 4.5-star. Jamie Benn's got a 90 in there. He's also a lot better defensively, offensive awareness, passing, right? He's 27 years old, the same thing as Logan Couture. Poise is 85, so this is a perfect combination with Logan at the center. And, in the offseason, say we don't make the playoffs, or if we do make the playoffs and it works out, that's great. If we don't make the playoffs, then we can start to talk about maybe trading away Wheeler for a dedicated first-line right winger, or waiting for William Nylander to come up and having 2 playmakers with a sniper on the right wing. I don't want 2 snipers on my first line, but I wouldn't mind having 2 playmakers and a sniper. All right, so this is what he's done for the Dallas Stars. Last year he was a 30-goal scorer, right? And he's never taken them to the playoffs. So I guess that's kind of a realistic, I can kind of turn that into a realistic story of why they would want to trade him. He's been there for, what, 3 years now? He has not made the playoffs with them, so yeah, why not? All right, and they're going to be getting a younger player back, so it kind of makes sense. So Jamie Benn, that's a lot of trade value right there for Jamie Benn. So obviously Jeff Skinner's going to be going back the other way. So they're getting a good player here, 4 years younger, right? But yeah, you can look at Jamie Benn. He's 5-star in all the offensive categories. Jeff Skinner 4.5, 4.5, and I think that might be an issue over there. Senses it's only 4-star. Maybe that's why he's not getting a lot of points. All right, but yeah, I want to get Jamie Benn. So we're going to get Jamie Benn. We're going to have to get a lot of trade value here. I'm not trading away Nylander. I want to see one more year with Nylander. If Nylander doesn't jump up to a 70 by next year, I know for a fact that's the old roster, and I'm going to trade him in the offseason because usually by now Nylander jumps. Sibenaler, I want to hold on to him as well. There are 2 good prospects that I can trade if we want to, but let's right now is not the time to trade in the offseason with you guys commenting on who we want to bring in, because you can get a lot back for Nylander and Sibenaler. So those guys are not going anywhere. But I think they want the goalie Hutchinson. Okay, I wouldn't mind giving them Hutchinson, because I can get Ryan Miller without Hutchinson. Hutchinson would be used to get like what's his name? Jones back, but I don't want him. Let's see, do they have any backup goalies that I can get? McCollum, Campbell. Oh, Campbell, 25 years old, 80. Does he still have his... Oh, he's got Red Star potential, so he could jump next year to another 83, 84 overall goaltender. He's 3.5, 4, 4. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting him as a backup. He's better than this McCollum guy, I think. Yeah. All right, so let's throw Campbell in there. There you go. So, yeah, that looks good. There's no way that'll trade will go through like that. I'm going to have to add a little bit more to it. So, nope. Anybody in here? All right, so we can trade our defenseman away now, Irwin. Because if I had to choose 4, Shattenkirk, I want to hold on to Vlasic. It would be Giordano and Irwin who would go. And then you hold on to Vlasic, Shattenkirk, Falk, and Fowler. But Giordano and Irwin could go. Honka could come up, but then you're missing 1 defenseman. So Irwin, throw in there. Now they can't accept that. So do they have a defenseman I could throw in here? Too much. Dylan, that's not bad. Hang on. Go down here, second here. 81 Grossman. No, Gauntz. Let's see this guy. 3-star. No, thank you. I don't want to take a 3-star player on. Namath, 78 overall. 25 years old. You know what? He's not really like that. Puck skills category is pretty weak. I wouldn't want to use him on the defensive on our team this year, kind of thing. Dylan, let's see this Dylan guy. Defensive. Oh, that's a little bit better. He's got 4-star, 3.5-star in the offensive category. Not the greatest, but remember, we wanted to get top 6 defensemen now. We're not trying to get like great defensemen everywhere. This guy's a defensive defenseman. Skating is 4.5, physical is 4.5, and defense is 4. And he's 26 years old. What's his contract like? Hang on. Dylan. 1 year left at 2.3. Yeah, you know what? This guy might not be a bad pickup. His trade value is nice and low, I think, for Irwin. Let's see. Yeah, that would cover it. I'm just trying to cover. Like, Irwin covers Dylan. Hutchinson covers Campbell. Ben, I don't think that'll go through yet. I could try it. Hang on. Nah, I don't want to try it yet. I don't think that'll go through. Giordano I could offer back. Is there any other forwards I could do now? Hang on, let me see. No. No. Harding. No, I might as well hold on to Harding. He's still kind of young. I wouldn't mind trading away Harding because I think he's only 3.5-star. So he's not. His trade value is only gonna go down. But no, you know what? I think I could trade away Giordano in this one because that's a lot of extra cap. I think they got the cap space. Yeah, they do. And I just need to get another player coming back the other way. So do they have any other good players, or should I just take a Horkoff or one of those players? Hang on, let me see. All skaters. Let's see if there's another younger player out there with basically no trade value that I can maybe snack up. Glenny, no. Well, I think he's pretty old now, isn't he? Yeah, 26 years old, 81. You think he's a playmaker? Yeah, he's a playmaker. It doesn't really fit on our team. We already have our top 6. No, it doesn't really fit in on our team. If he was younger, I'd take him on. No, none of these guys really work out. I mean, they do, but that's just more trade value coming back the other way. I'm trying to, make this trade go through. So I'll just take their worst guy here with 1 year left. Pellick, he's got 2 years. Richie, there you go, 1 year left. 73 overall, not bad. There you go. Grab him. All right, so Richie, Giordano. All right, so I think that'll go through. Let me try a first-round pick. Will it go through? No, did not go through. So how about a second? If not, no. Okay, so just this then. Here, this should go through, shouldn't it? Skinner, Hutchinson, Irwin, Giordano. All right, I know I'm giving up a lot here, boys, but Jamie Benn, that's what I'm going for. Jack Campbell, a backup, and a top 6 defenseman here, okay? So we'll see. The real prize is Jamie Benn. Yep. I mean, I could trade these guys for more prospects, but that's not what I want. I don't want more prospects. You might as well trade away Logan Couture if you're trading away for prospects. He's ready to win right now. I need to bring in a piece to help him win. Skinner's not getting it done. Wheeler's a power forward. I need another goal scorer, and that's Jamie Benn. So, yeah, I would do this. Will it go through? Oh, my, it still didn't go through? All right, you know what? Hang on. Just a bit low for us. I don't want to give up a second. Do I have hang on, a fourth? Will a fourth go through? No. Oh, just a touch. The third, will it go through? Oh my goodness gracious, the third won't put it through. I really don't want to take the seconds. But you know what? I'll give him the second for next year as well. Yeah, why not? The second for next year. Will it go through? There it is. Yeah, on behalf of the Dallas Stars organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. So they definitely got a lot back, but it had to be done, boys. I want to turn this team around, and there you go. Jamie Benn and Logan Couture, 27 years old, all right? So for the next, 5 years? 6 years, 7 years, but 5 years guaranteed. You know, after this year, they'll come back next year, 28 for another 5 years up to the 33. If we don't make the playoffs this year. If we do, this could be one of the years. All right, so there's Jamie Benn. And we also got, what's his name? Dylan, and we're going to bring up Honka. Goodbye, Irwin, and goodbye, Giordano. Okay, so our defensive core, I think, got a lot weaker. Not horrible, because we still have an 83 and an 82 to fill in, right? But, yeah, we gave up those veterans, and we gave up Jeff Skinner as well. So, now let's go back to our team. Pretty sure I got a good idea of what our team looks like now. But Shirelli and Campbell, yeah, there's our backup in Campbell now. But we still have to go out there and get Ryan Miller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Honka, you're going to come up. There you go, Honka. And forwards, Richie, you're going to go down. McLaren, there you go. All right, so the way it is right now, you know what? Because we're going into the final stretch here, I'm going to go best lines anyways. All right, so Jamie Benn, Logan, and Wheeler on the first line. We'll see how that works out for us. Second line, Silverberg, Pavelski, Gallagher. Third line, Bowman's got to come off. Anderson, Palmieri, McLaren, McClement, King. Bowman's got to come off. You guys were saying just bring up Sabatka. He got you to the playoffs before. Try it out one more time. So I'll bring up Vladimir Sabatka. All right, and I will send Bowman down to the minors so I can trade him. All right, because I think Bowman would be the perfect guy to use to trade away for Ryan Miller. Because then I wouldn't have to trade anyone else. I'm not trying to get an arm and a leg back for Drayson Bowman. So yeah, we can do this. And because we gave up Irwin and Giordano, I don't have to worry about Ryan Miller not retiring and having that salary cap. He's got another 3 years left at 4.4. I'd only say he holds on maybe for another 2 years. I could still trade him, but I don't mind that because we already gave up Giordano and Irwin, both making $4 million a year. Dylan's only 2.3. Honka's on his minor league deal still, right? So we got plenty of salary cap available. I don't have to worry about this hurting our team at all. We can take on this trade. So Ryan Miller, they want to give him up. So Drayson Bowman, I think, just straight up, yeah, Drayson, they want him. Trade value seems pretty similar. Why won't that go through? Hang on, let me just see. Buffalo would have too many players on their roster, so let me just get a crappy player going back the other way. Martin Erat, there you go, 1.5 mil for 1 year. I can take that on. That's fine. All right, so Drayson Bowman for Erat and Ryan Miller. Will it go through? There it is. All right, we believe this transaction will contribute to our success here in Buffalo. So goodbye to Drayson Bowman. All right, just didn't work out for us on the what's it called? On the third line for us this year. But now we got Ryan Miller going in the net. Jack Campbell's going to go down to the minors. All right, so we got Ernest Shirelli, who's 5-star, 3-star, 4.5-star, or 3.5-star. And now we got Ryan Miller, 4.5-star, okay? So Shirelli's a little bit better, but Ryan Miller, hopefully, you know, that's why if we don't make the playoffs now, it's not that big of a deal. What do we give up to get Ryan Miller? Drayson Bowman, right? I mean, that's fine. I'm fine with that. All right, so let's edit the lines manually. All right, but now other than Nylander and Seibenalder and Harding, we really don't have many prospects. But we have plenty of players that we could trade away for prospects if we decide to do a rebuild. I didn't want to go full-on rebuild, okay? So I'm just gonna go best lines. There it is. Whatever happens, happens. Because we're going into the final stretch here. Whatever the game says is our best lines, I'll just trust them. All right, we're not going to be making crazy changes here. So this is the way it's looking. Dwight King, Anderson, Palmieri, Sabatka, McClement, McLaren, Silfverberg, Pavelski, Gallagher, Wheeler, Logan, and Jamie Benn. Defense, Vlasic, Shattenkirk, Falk, Fowler, Dillon, and Honka on the top 6 now. Okay, so there you go, boys. There's Honka. The game is saying no power play time for Honka, so I'm going to go with what the game is saying right now. All right, Pavelski, Logan, and Ben, Wheeler, Anderson, and Gallagher. Whatever. Silverberg's not on the power play. I'm just going to go with it. 4-man power play. All right, there you go. Penalty kill, Logan, Pavelski, Jamie, Ben, and McClement. So hopefully our penalty kill gets a big boost because Jamie Ben can play the penalty kill as well. 4-on-4 lines, extra attacker. But last but not least, I'm going to switch Ryan Miller there. Okay, and I'm also going to turn off automated goalie rotations. I want Ryan Miller to start all the games. Nothing against Ernest Chiarelli. We tried it out this year. He's still a rookie. The future's looking bright for him. All right, he's definitely a Sharks goalie of the future, I'm hoping. All right, but as of right now, he's not getting it. He's not a playoff goalie yet. All right, so assistant coach, rotate goalies off. So Ryan Miller should start the rest of the games. All right, so it could be an exciting end to this video. It could be a flop if we lose like 5 games in a row. Who knows? We literally need to win like 10 games in a row. How many games are remaining? You know what? Hang on. I just made those trades. I don't want to lose this, so hang on 1 second. All right, so let's go to the final stretch of the year 4 season. We got 1, 2, 6, 10, 12, 16, 20 games remaining. If we win all 20, we'll get to 45 wins. That'll give us 101 points. Okay, so that we can definitely make the playoffs. Mathematically, we can definitely make the playoffs. We can get to 101 points, 20 games left. I don't think that's going to happen, but if we can win, I'd say you're going to have to win 10 at least, yeah, to get to 35. I mean, I want to get to 15, really, because that'll get you just to 91 points. Yeah, you basically have to win 15 at least. All right, so out of the last 20 games, we got to win at least like 15 of them. All right, so I mean, it's a tall order, but maybe with Jamie Benn and with Ryan Miller in our team, with all the other players that we already have that, should stack the lines, maybe it's enough. Maybe the other teams start to slip as well. Maybe we only need like 13 or 14, but I'd say, don't get your hopes up unless you see, 40 wins on that year. Tied in with the overtime losses, but scouting assignment. There you go, 6 weeks. Yeah, we'll just go there. All right, so here we go. Final stretch, 20 games. I'm not even going to get excited about this until I get to like the 10-game mark, but I'm pretty sure like it's asking for a lot to go 15-5. You're asking for a lot, especially at like a specific time. There you go. We already lost one in overtime too. So at least we got a point. But the first game with the new lineup, we lost, so it's not looking good, boys. All right, so the Pittsburgh Penguins, they're a good team. You got to win. There you go. All right, so we got one win. There's 1-0-1. All right, 1-0-1. It's 20 games. So we can still do it. 1-0-1, not bad. Come on now, boys. Jamie Benn, you got to tear it up for us. I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to look at his stats beforehand to see if he had an amazing year. I just want to go 1-1-1. See, you can't do that, man. You can't. You gotta win these games, especially against these sub 500 teams. You have to. 2-1-1. All right, but we already have 2 losses there, right? So you're asking for a lot here. No, we're not in. We're not in. 2-2-1. We're definitely not a playoff team this year. Just, I mean, we could turn into a good team with those trades now, but there's no way. No, it's too late. It's too late in the night. It doesn't matter if we have a great end. Even if we go like 13-7, which is decent, even we're still losing. It's crazy, man. I don't know what it is with this team. I feel like the team still looks good on paper, but we can't get on that winning streak. This whole year, I don't think we've had more than like 5-game winning streak. Again, look at that. Come back with another loss. Win, loss, win, loss. Just a weird year this year, boys. A very weird year. Really don't know what to make of it. Maybe Ryan Miller is not the best goalie anyways, right? 82 overall. I thought it might be a chance. It's not really like we gave too much up to try and get it anyways, right? But we already have the 42 losses on the year. The most we can get to now is 40 wins. So, I mean, we have to win. We have to win the rest. There it is. It's over. It's over. We're not a playoff team. We didn't even have a close battle there at the end. Jesus, we haven't been able to get above 500 with this team. Even with Jamie Benn and Ryan Miller with the best lines. Yeah, look, we're still losing games. All right, so I'm glad I didn't give away my first-round pick and trying to get a veteran, right? But the trades that I made, boys, don't worry about. It's not like it hurt our future, right? Jamie Benn and Logan are going to come back next year and be our 1-2 punch. But the question is Blake Wheeler going to come back, or should we find a right winger to play alongside of those guys? I think Blake Wheeler is fine. You look at his stats, I mean, they look fine, but I don't know, just didn't work out this year. Pavelski's got a 30-goal year, so I mean, that second line is tearing it up. I don't know. I really don't. There's 3 or 4, though. I mean, Ryan Miller's got 2 shutouts in the last 4 games. It's decent, but 33 losses already. I mean, come on, boys. Have a good end to the season, at least. You got a home stretch here? No, another loss. No. Either we keep the puck out of the net and then we can't score, or we lose 7-8. And we win 1-0 now all of a sudden. All over the place this year. I don't even know what the stats, how to read the stats whatsoever. Another loss. Look at this. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Incredible. Don't know what to make of it. Do not know what to make of it. So in the last 20 games, we need to go 15 and 5. And what did we do? Hang on, let me see this. 2-2. I'm just going to count the overtimes as regular. 2-2, 5-3, 5-5, 7-7. Jesus, 9-9. Yeah, we went 10-10 in the last 20 games. Jesus, man. No clue what this team's all about right now. Absolutely no clue. All right, so let's just get into the playoffs just so we can see what the rest of the year was all like. We'll do a regular season wrap up right here. But yeah, after this bad year, I think we got some major changes in the offseason now. Major changes. That was a very bad year. I know. You wanted 46 wins out of us this year. We only managed 35. Absolutely atrocious year. I have no clue why either. And don't tell me you guys know why either, because look, roster analysis grade, offense 4.5, defense 4.5, goaltending 4.5, right? So, I mean, I feel like I've built a decent team here, but it's just not getting it done. So statistics, let's see. Yeah, you know what? We did not score enough goals this year compared to last year. This year where we made the playoffs, we almost scored, but the goals against, it's not horrible. I mean, that goals against isn't horrible. Like last year, it's only 6 more goals, right? But I guess the goals for weren't there this year. So, you know, Brent Burns, we missed Brent Burns last year, apparently. I don't know. It was a weird year this year. Let's just say that. It was a very weird year. Let me check out the team standings. Let's see if some of these standings could have been like playoff-bound team standings. Let's see here. So points, 83. Yep. Goals for per game, 14. So we actually went down in goals for per game. So that was an issue. We didn't score enough goals this year. All right. Technically, teams scored less goals that made the playoffs, but they probably had a good goals against average. Yeah, goals against per game, 19th in the NHL. So that was pretty bad. Power play percentage, 16.2, 24th in the NHL. How are we this bad on the power play? Oh my God. We need to get some offensive players into this team. Penalty kill, 18th. Yeah, we were just a bad team this year. It's funny, too, because I did not think that we would be this bad at all. This is just a year where the GM completely got blindsided by the way his team played. I really thought that we were going to be a good offensive team this year. I thought we had the right players, but apparently not. So we got to do something here in the offseason. Let's see who underproduced for us. Logan, all right, 75 points in 82 games played. That's fine. Jamie Benn, 65 points in 82 games played. Maybe I showed his points at the beginning of the video, so maybe you guys can say how many points he had at the end there. Blake Wheeler, 50 points in 82 games played. Maybe Blake Wheeler is a problem on that first line, but he's got 4.5 star in every category, so I don't buy that. He's 86 overall, right? I've seen power forwards have good seasons before. I've seen, JVR power forward, Bozak two-way forward, and Sniper Kessel. Without a playmaker on that first line, they all get good points. So I don't buy that power forwards can't get points. It just didn't work out for us this year. Pavelski, he slowed down. Gallagher, Silfverberg. Now, they didn't get 50 points either. They were on pace to get 50 points, but they didn't. So they slowed down a little bit. Palmieri, Anderson, King, yeah, the blah, blah, blah. All these guys. Okay. King, McClement, and McLaren were a great fourth line. They were plus players, but the third line was atrocious. The first line was at least plus. That's good news, I suppose. Defense, all right. Fowler, Falk, Dillon, Shattenkirk, Vlasic, and Honka. All right. Honka was a +6 with 8 points in 20 games played. Not bad for Honka. And goalies, let's see what Miller did. Miller, 2.09 goals against average and a save percentage of 93.08. So Ryan Miller came in and played great for us, but we still played like shit. So maybe it wasn't Ernest Chiarelli the whole year. Ryan Miller came in, and look at that. Goals against average. Oh wait, you know what? That could have been his stats. No. Yeah, we traded for him, and there was 20 games left. Yeah, yeah, and he went 10-10. Yeah. So Ryan Miller came in, and he played great for us. But then when he came in, we couldn't get goals, I guess, for him. Oh man, just a weird freaking year. It's like the game just said you're losing it this year. You know, you're definitely losing it. So there you go, boys. Really not the greatest year. I guess we got to decide what we want to do in the year 4 offseason. I thought that this team would be a decent team, but apparently not. All right, so here's our forwards. We got going into next year: Logan, Ben, Pavelski, Wheeler, Gallagher, Silverberg. There's our top 6. Apparently it's not working. We got to get some more goals, all right? I like Logan. I like Ben. Pavelski's even a little bit untouchable, but because he's got 2 more years, so you can play him for another year and then trade him after next year. He'll only be 32 years old, and he had a great year this year. But Wheeler, Gallagher, and Silverberg, right? I don't know. We might have to make a decision on those guys for sure, because they're just not getting it done. And defensively, there you go. There's defense. I don't know what you guys think about our defensive core. Maybe we're missing a top 2 defenseman, and that's really hurting us. All right, but if Miller doesn't retire, we could use him as a backup for next year if his stats don't drop tremendously, okay? But Ernest Shirelli, we really need him to jump up for next year. But if you guys have any suggestions with the offseason, let me know, because next year it's not a rebuilding team, all right? If it's a rebuilding team, then guys like Ben and Logan and Shattenkirk have got to go off the team. But I want to win with these guys. You can build around these 3 players, all right? But who do we need to bring in to help build around these 3 players? Because who we have right now, just not good enough. So let me know, boys, and I'll see you in the next video.